I just realized I was still muted. We fixed that. All right. Oh god, that's wrong scale. There we go. All right. Week 3 of the High Roll Draft League has come and it has gone. And as promised, here's our recap stream this week. You guys might have wondered why there was no recap stream for week 2, at least for me. The answer is I was out of town last week. That was also my bye week. So I did not have any match for week 3. As a result, actually, I think all but one of these matches I'm going into with absolutely no idea of what's going on. I'm completely blind. I did join in for bits and pieces of some of them, but for really in-depth analysis, a lot of this is going to be completely blind for me. If you're looking for a week 2 recap, go over to Unstable's Twitch actually, because he did the recap stream for week 2 last week while I was out of town. So go over to twitch.tv/unstable. I will be actually linking that in the chat as well if you wanted to see what the week 2 recap stream was.
I'll be back in a second.
It was you can go over there. Don't let me distract you from the fact that I am the better ginger. That's fighting words, Finn. Those are fighting words, and you know it. All right.
There we go.
So, let me I need to get some music going on here.
I need to get some music. Goes to Google.
Yeah. It's been a while, all right? I'm a little bit out of the groove on commentary. Fucking...
Boy, you can play Min Min Day 1 Alpha Red video.
Yeah, the fucking YouTube's recommendation shit is just all over the place.
Dude, that fucking Pokemon one where it's bopping to beat. Good.
You know what the worst bit is?
It was a great video.
The worst bit is, I guess, since YouTube somehow knows that my real name's Ben, they literally, if I go back here, for some reason, since my name is Ben, they just keep sending me, they keep leaking me to freaking, Ben 10 short and highlights. I don't know why.
Oh, it's recommending you Clone Highs as well.
Yeah, it recommends me Clone High. It keeps recommending me Ben 10 highlights for some reason. I've never watched any of these a day in my life, and I think the only reason
He's recommending me Ben 10 highlights. Can't find a single Ben 10. Oh no, there's one.
Yeah, I think the reason why it even keeps recommending me these is because my first name is Ben.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Anyway, rants on that.
10 out of 10.
Get out.
Okay.
Actually,
Fucking, why is the 5K rupee show off cat?
I wanted to put in I wanted to make use of freaking channel points. Oh, for reference sake as well, if you look at channel points, you can see we actually have a current challenge point challenge, which is if you guys can raise, I believe I set it to 25,000 channel points in total, over the next 30 days. I actually have my old keyboard, which no longer works, and I will smash it live on camera.
I don't think that's possible because you don't generate channel points unless the streamer is live.
Yeah. So, fucking be an active viewer.
Live for... Ooh. Damn.
I still don't think you generate enough channel points.
It's meant to be a collective goal, so multiple people can contribute towards it. So it's like you could contribute, say, like 250, and somebody else could contribute 250. It's like it's in total across everybody. Think of it like a community pool. Anyway,
Was that someone's actual cat?
no. Anyway,
That is me coming to rob you of your tier 1.
my what?
All of it.
Robbing me of my tier 1 for what?
Everything. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
this is Sev Streams now. Welcome to the Stray Draft
welcome
League.
to twitch.tv / sevexalt, or sorry, sevalt.
Hey man, I own that name.
I know. What do you think? I mean, if it's your channel, we're gonna rebrand it. Okay, so moving into week 1 with match 1. God, I can't talk right now. We have Sandy versus Clay. So I actually, like I said earlier, I don't actually know a lot about the in-depth of what goes on in all these matches. I showed up for bits and pieces, but it's not like the only one I saw all of was this one. So
The one you're hovered over right now.
was the only one that I saw the entirety of was Kevin versus Jack.
Yeah,
I haven't
and,
seen it.
And you got angry at the end.
I got angry at the end because Jack got fucking robbed, but we'll get to that. So we're just gonna go
Spoiler
right into this
alert.
match.
Major spoiler alert. One side ends with 0 mons left.
I can't believe you would do that
I
to me.
can't believe you done this.
I can't believe you did
Hi,
that to
Clay.
me. My immersion has
Aw,
been ruined.
fuck.
I'm not even sure if I
I
want to
can't
continue
believe
the
you
stream
done
anymore. Thank you guys so much.
Spoiler
for-
alert. The other person ended up with more than 0 mons left.
I can't believe you would
Whoa.
do this to me. Oh my god, my immersion.
Now we know it's not tie!
Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. And we're back!
Someone would
Okay, so... We have Decidueye versus Whimsithought.
Was she
Clay
thick?
decides to U-turn into the envelope. Makes sense so far. Oh, double U-turn shenanigans.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit of a precarious situation, because Sandy has, in terms of type effectiveness, Sandy has the upper hand, and does Kaparaja get Heavy Slam? I forget.
It does, but I wasn't running it.
I mean, in
I
this
had my
matchup in particular, because I think isn't Heavy
See, the
Slam
other
basically like
thing is,
Gyro
though-
Ball but with weight?
I think the other thing is though, I don't know Avalog's weight off the top of my head per se, but the weight might not be different enough to where it would be doing good.
Yeah, I was
damage
about to
as
say, because
well.
isn't Heavy Slam literally just essentially Gyro Ball, but it's based off weight?
No.
It's
Would
it's
that
basically
that the second
it's,
part of it being like comparing both
It's
keypads?
think more foul play, but based on weight. Probably
Right,
is
but
the
it's-
best way to put it.
I
It's
think
higher
better-
damage the
I think-
heavier you are than
No,
the
it wouldn't a best comparison be Body Press, but with weight, because Foul Play uses the
No.
opponent's stat.
I don't know. It's
It's a
based
move.
off
It's
of
a
the
move.
different.
Okay.
Shut up, it's a move.
Go
It's
on.
a move.
Okay.
It's best compared to Heat Crash.
Going on, we have Iron Head. Clay decides to retaliate with an Earthquake, making sense so far. Just complete hard swap into Mew.
Should probably pull up this.
Whirlwind Kaparaja.
I was predicting him to be set up on Mew.
I
So
didn't
wanted
even
to
know
whirlwind him
Kaparaja
out.
got that.
I didn't know either until I saw it. I'm like, you know what? This could be a tech to deal with Mew.
I
It
mean,
probably just sneezes.
I'm surprised for more than one reason, but okay, sure, why not? You decided to encore him into it?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, then body press me, shenanigans. Except never mind, because whirlwinds. Now we're right back to where we were at the beginning.
We pretty much were, and you'll see.
And Santa Claus is coming to town.
Mind you, that I stayed in this whole time because I didn't really care Caparaja at this point.
All right. Oh,
Alright,
then Nesquik
and-
comes out.
Yep, here we go. This is where things
Ooh.
start going my way.
Ooh, not a good switch. Alright,
I just
so-
didn't think you would be set up, Caparaja. Not Caparaja, sorry.
That's a weird looking Caparaja.
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to sign back in my
So-
Switch because
Alright.
You know,
That's Clay. Clay.
This is
which
Nesquik,
part are you
but
at?
the protein shake.
Clay, you're better than this.
Which part are you at?
Why are
the
you just
earthquake
letting
spam
this
versus
happen?
Nesquik.
Clay.
Give me a moment. I'm having a.
It gets better.
Oh,
Don't
and now
worry.
he's being to substitutes.
Now I was in blaze range, so flame charge was doing beagle damage.
Oh my god. What?
So flame charge at +3 attack did 76% to a coffee table. Yeah, I get 80.
He
Yeah,
subs
I am
again.
just listed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course, I had every reason to. I get back behind the sub. We get faster.
This had no business working.
It did good though. It did good.
This had zero business working.
I mean, it gets worse.
How does it, Clay?
It
He
gets
tried
worse.
breaking the sub. I'll give him that. He tried to break the sub after the earthquake damage, and I see what he tried to do, and it would have worked. It had it like done enough damage to break the sub, because he would have been able to send something in to be able to deal more damage to it.
See, I'm surprised. So, hang on. Friend, pause. So, what I'm confused about is why he opted to just continually spam Earthquake and didn't opt to go just straight into Save Life.
You know, that's a good question. One
Cause-
night I
In the
didn't
moment,
have-
he probably
Oh,
thought he'd be
no,
able to
I know what it
outpace.
was. I know what it was. I didn't do it because I didn't want to hard switch into it, and then I just died. Because it needed like at that point when
Right.
the Avalanche was earthquaking, I needed to save light to be healthy when it switched in.
Right. But you've seen that he had 3 setup moves at this point. And
Yeah.
you know he was going to just continuously set a bulk up. So why wouldn't you just switch this in, baiting a bulk up?
Because in the
You would
moment,
have lived any attack he threw out at you because Sableye is a bulky boy. Provided, obviously, you switch this in after the first bulk up. So, obviously, like, he'd be maybe +2 at the most. You'd still be able to live. It'd probably be a roll, but you'd still be able to live, provided you have enough defense investment, and then you could have killed him with a Shadow Ball.
sub.
You could have lived another, and then killed him with a Shadow Ball.
No, I don't live another one. That's the thing.
If you put me into blaze range, he sure as hell didn't live another. That's the other thing.
Alright, anyway. So there's Shadow Ball number 1.
That being
And
You
then I
did-
had to.
Oh.
I had to sacrifice with thought, Miriam.
So, on one hand, I'm happy, because we have a dead Whimsicott. On the other hand, I am sad, because this rabbit is just turning into the killer rabbit of Carbonok.
Don't worry about it.
guys, drink from the Nesquik. It totally isn't poison.
I'm very worried about it. I need to get, like, a better friggin'... There we are.
Yeah.
Rabbit tricks are for kids.
Alright. Got the When Nesquik Protein Shake gets released.
It would be a libero shake, not a protein shake.
Is it made out of butter?
It's apparently made out of cheese.
I find that hard to
With
believe.
cream.
Because apparently cheese is now considered a milkshake, according to my friend.
And it's a milk.
Alright. So we continuously see more and more body presses.
I don't know why I body pressed there.
Yeah. So,
Well,
okay,
no,
genuine
the
question.
reason-
Genuine question.
No.
Did you not have any, like, special move on this thing?
No.
Okay.
You'll see later on what this head was meant to do.
Because so far I've seen soft boiled body press and iron defense. So, like, obviously I get the iron defense body press, but, like, you could have been also stored power, playing off the defense boost.
No, I didn't. He just had too many dark types.
Did I not only have one dark type?
Yeah, he only had one dark type.
Like I said, enough dark types.
But you had body press.
He only had one press.
Which, if I did do the specific thing that I did there, I was dying to Mega Absol, especially.
Fair.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
that I will give you.
Just run Mix Absol at that point, and then the Mew was dead, so...
Alright. So Cinderace is going to continue to just... Oh god, please don't tell me this ends up in a soft boil stall situation.
no, it doesn't.
No, because it's not... I don't use all 16 soft boils. I use a good amount, though.
Oh my
2
god.
hours
Plus
later.
6 on it. Oh,
But I needed to get the +6.
it's plus 6 attack, defense, and speed.
Yeah, so now we're back at neutral. It's fine.
Oh my
No.
god.
Now we're back at neutral.
Yeah. Hey, think about that for a second. That was how little that did. Even with the +1.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You crit him. Okay. Now get
That
another
didn't matter.
crit.
I was breaking
It
the
didn't matter.
sub.
The club was already breaking at that point.
The reason I subbed down to that low HP was so I could get a blaze boost to play.
Yeah, no, I
Pokemon.
could tell. It was
would've
because
done
you wanted to
fine.
get back into Blaze range. And unfortunately, you got too cocky.
Yeah, and here's where shit got different because I knew Knockoff was gonna do a lot even
Overberry?
through. Yeah, I knew Knock was gonna do a fuck ton even through the defense investments given his item. And at that point, I thought I had seen leftovers proccing, but I must have confused his for mine or something like that, or mine for his. But he did that specifically so he could live a hit from Mega Absol and then body press and kill it.
Even
My
without the iron
microphone,
defenses.
my
Even
microphone
without
isn't
the iron
picking this up,
defenses.
but I am clapping. I applaud you.
It killed Mega Absol even without the iron defenses. That was mostly just a precaution.
Well done. I never would have expected that.
And I didn't expect it.
It was specifically for this.
Knockoff chips it
And
down.
it just
12.
kills.
At this point, I thought I lost. So I sent it to Situai hoping his last move was stored power and I could
Oh
live some.
god. Let me. Here comes Shadow
And I
Ball
ended up
number
changing
one.
this to. I changed it to special last minute. It was originally physical, so I was glad for that. But
Right. Lives, and then Giga Drain.
and then
Yeah.
and then pretty much the Situai.
The UI just cleans up everything. Okay, so the fourth move on me was Baton Pass, and the reason it was that was because after taking care of Absol, in my plan initially, there was still going to be a lot of things that could come in and especially hit it offensively. So I thought a good thing to do.
Did you just body press a Decidueye?
I don't have another attack.
He gave up at that point because he didn't want to stall out the match.
I only had body pressed. And the whole
To
point
be
of the
fair, my
threat-
last two Pokemon also quad resisted it, so
Okay,
it would
yeah,
have just
and
gone
point.
on for longer.
Also, and my thought process with it was after it killed Absol, everything that Mew can do can Mega Sableye could do in that scenario, and then also a hit especially. So the idea was to use Iron defenses to be able to live Absol and a combination of his other physical attackers. return with body press, and then use Baton Pass and give it to Sableye. But the problem, it would have worked there, but the problem is Sableye was so low when I switched it in. I didn't recover, and I probably should have recovered in hindsight because you subbed that turn.
Yeah.
And I think recovering would have actually probably maybe given me the, like, had a better chance of winning. I don't think still don't think I won because you still had the level 9 tails, which just kind of clicked play rough, but depending on where you were on that. Yeah, no.
Alright. Well,
I've messed up in a few other areas too, like the earthquakes, and then there's one at the beginning.
I mean, in all honesty, I was expecting like a 6-0 sweep once that Cinderace got all that high, so...
That's why we called it, Cinderace too fast, because it was literally so fast enough that it almost swept me, but because it trapped on a little pebble known as Mew, it almost got reverse swept.
Well, if there's a single takeaway to take from this, chat, it's just because you see a Cinderace with Libero doesn't mean you should think it'll be an easy kill. Unless, of course, you have half a brain cell, in which case, congratulations, you won. Anyway. On to match number 2. Spooks versus Tyler. So...
Isn't half
Neither of them
isn't
are
half a brain cell just a smaller brain cell?
Shit, you got me.
I think that's too big brain for this strat.
So, if memory serves, week 2, Tyler performed essentially a 6-0 sweep with this Gyarados.
Yeah.
And so I am very curious to see if this is going to end up in the same situation. Don't spoil it.
Very similar.
Clay, what did I
But not
just say?
I said very similar. That could still imply something else. Which I was implying. You're the one that automatically assumed it.
In the way that
So, in terms of just team preview right here, so Spooks does have actually a few answers to quite a bit of Tyler's team. To be specific, Zoroark just puts in work versus Liepard, provided it's running the right moves. It also just shuts down Necrozma. Yeah, Hatterene just can deal with a whole bunch of situations, just acts as a good wall, good pivot. Like, and Morpeko actually puts in quite a bit of work versus his Corviknight and his Gyarados due to Orwheel. It's like Spooks has some answers here. But then conversely, Tyler also has a few things, like Aggron really doesn't appreciate Gyarados unless it just Mega Evolves turn 1. Like, Mimikyu really doesn't, like, it doesn't care too much about Liepard, but at the same time, Liepard can put in some work on it. There's also the matter of things like Corviknight with the right spread and the right moveset can just really put in a lot of work versus Hatterene. But I would honestly say, just in terms of team composition, like, Spooks has the upper hand here. But we're gonna see whether or not that actually, comes out to be that way. So he leads with Morpeko. Tyler just hard swaps turn 1 into a fake out. Okay, nice chip damage. We are now Dark Morpeko. And
This poor Morpeko, man. That poor Morpeko.
2 weeks in a row, man.
Done one thing and then just immediately died afterward.
And 2 weeks in a row.
That's going to be a sentence we're saying a lot in this battle, by the way.
Are the same Pokemon? Well, one the frozen version, the other one with the big bands, but same thing.
Also, Jeroen, that's not how you donate points to the goal.
I just realized that. Please shut
Okay.
up. I'm stupid. Don't do this. Social anxiety.
No, I was just a big brain member. Why'd you have to call me out?
Okay.
That
So,
half a brain cell is my entirety.
turn 2,
Please,
Spooks
shut
is
up.
already down 1 Mon. Sends in the Goop Draw. Tyler decides to hard swap into Corviknight and does take an Ice Beam. Goes back into Dracozolt. So, that... I'm a bit confused on that. Like...
He said after the match he thought he was gonna double.
I mean, fair.
He was
But-
predicting a double into, I believe he said, Mimikyu, if I remember right. So I could be wrong on that front. I just know he
But
was.
why?
his reasoning was
Corviknight
he
doesn't do anything to a Goodra.
No,
I don't know.
no. You asked about why
About
he
the name.
switched in the Dracozolt.
Yeah,
That's why I was giving you the answer.
right, but Spooks doesn't have any reason to switch in this situation.
I never said it was right reasoning. I was just saying that was his reasoning.
Fair. I don't think that was a good plan on Tyler's part. Spooks had no situation, like, if I were Tyler, I would have expected Spooks to go for Ice Beam a second time, predicting me to switch into something else. And
I mean,
probably,
he did, but he just fire blasted.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would have scouted for Fire Blast by switching into Arcanine with, by switching into a Flash Fire Arcanine.
Well, even then, just
Because Arcanine takes very little from an Ice Beam, and if he does Fire Blast, then that's a Flash Fire boost right there.
Yeah.
Regardless, so Bolt Bake from Dracozolt, but it's not enough to live an Ice Beam. Really do not understand why Tyler didn't just switch there, but okay. Switches into Mega Gyarados. Oh, he is going for it. He is just straight going for it. Okay, well, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You got carried away there. So I can't believe it lived on 2.
Yep. That's 3. That's 4. Jesus Christ, this Gyarados. Why did...
The guy did Rocky Helmet.
No, not that. Why did he name the cross with Pink Floyd?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question,
Either
but
way,
that is not what I can answer.
Photon Guy's the Gudra, and that's a W for Tyler. 4-0 win.
See, I told you it was different this time. The Gyarados died.
Yep. Jeroen. Jeroen.
I am smart.
Did you mess it up again?
He redeemed 100 rupees to say I am smart. Instead of, proving that he had learned the lesson and putting them towards the challenge goal like he said he was going to.
Listen, man, you didn't specify.
He said he understood that was how it works and that it could take defense. Ultra Smastus. Okay. So, Honestly,
Nailed it. I did it.
this
whole
week
points.
and last week have me genuinely afraid to go up against Tyler.
Well, so you
Yeah,
don't have a notification for that. That's lame.
What do you mean I don't have to get a notification for it?
I just donated like.
Oh,
Okay.
you mean like there's no alert for Shadow Point retention?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because Streamlabs doesn't have a setting for the alert box to do that, unfortunately.
Well, I did. You're at 8% now.
Yeah, I see that. Streamlabs doesn't. So Streamlabs alert box does not have like a function to create like an alert for someone receiving channel points, and so that's why.
Well, no, I kind of get it because it's just like that would be really obnoxious after a while. But
Yeah.
I was mostly just like.
Especially because of how frequently.
More so with the goals, that's why I was mostly.
Yeah, no, I would at least like for them to introduce that feature exclusively for the goals.
Because then how do you know when
Or
someone
at the very least, maybe make it so like it's like a sort of like a indicators for like points. So maybe like if you're halfway through the goal, an alert goes off.
Yeah, it's just something like that.
Yeah. Anyway. Match number 3. Jeroen versus Unstable. Oh no. Wade, you ass. Wade,
the
you
roof.
taunted him with the roof that you stole from him.
It's the rooftop rumble.
This is the equivalent of stealing a kid, like, of a bully stealing a kid's lunch in the cafeteria and then throwing it back in his face. Wait, I expected better of you. Good lord.
I actually forget how this match went.
Well,
Oh, no, never mind. I know how this match went.
there's one thing I'm going to bring up here, and that's that if you joined my Discord server, which by the way, !Discord in the chat, you're not already a part of that server, just get in there. And get your ass in there right now. You would see that Jeroen's name in my server is Roof Prophet.
It is my title for my
And
ultimate
the reason for
roofing.
that is because he has ascended to a higher form of being. He was never the same after uncovering the revelation that Skarmory is in fact a roof. It changed his life completely. And he's going down a different path. He has become one with the roofs. He has quite literally become the ceiling of knowledge.
Think Doctor Strange. is
I'm
a
so
perfect
confused.
example.
What the fuck did I come back?
And
I think
so
that's
because
kind
of
of the
that,
point.
we have named him the Roof Prophet. But now, it's time to figure
I
out
must-
if he can live up to his name. Because if he
Defeat.
truly has become the Roof Prophet, he will be able to defeat the roof. Because one must
Have I
become the
broken?
roof to destroy the roof.
Can I break to the ceiling? Or can I? You shall see right now for the roof.
Find out right now the newest episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Ball Z.
So, right off the bat, we end up with a situation of Rotom versus Zergotree up to Volt Switch into Nidoking. Makes sense. Zergotree opts to use go Dazzling Gleam, swap back into Xatu. This surprises me.
What, the Ice Beam?
You're Specs, aren't you?
Nope, scarf.
Specs would have killed.
Specs would have killed.
I honestly forgot that Nidoking even got Ice Beam.
It gets Volt Beam. On top of Fire Blast. And Earth Power.
And
And
follow
Sludge
And
Wave.
Sludge Bomb.
Yeah, but
And
I just
Bubble Beam.
for some reason I just completely forgot that it got Ice Beam.
Volt Beam.
What is Bolt Beam?
Bolt
Ice
Beam
Beam
means
and
that it gets
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it means it gets Thunderbolt and
It has coverage for both Ice Beam and Thunderbolt.
Well, no, I knew it got Thunderbolt. I knew it got like Fire Blast, but I
It
keep
technically has
forgetting.
flamethrower too. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
like I knew it got. I knew it got flamethrower. I knew it got thunderbolt. I just always forget that it gets ice beam for some reason.
It has blizzard too.
Yeah, it
The
gets a
chemicals
ton
are
of the
used to
elemental moves. I always forget that it gets the ice type coverage. That's what always trips me up.
The poison I used to kill the mice had a lot of chemicals in it.
It
Nitrogen was
mutated
one
the
of them.
Nidoking and turned him into the Avatar. Is that what you're getting at here?
You already know.
He knows too
He
much.
just has to
Yeah.
master. He just has to master fire to kill the knights. Don't tell him I said that.
Everything changed when the fire rats attacked.
Everything changed
I
when
am
when the Mouse Nation attacked.
The ending of the story has a good twist for the
Alright.
knights.
So, double ice beam on the Zatu, and Zatu is dead. Here it comes, the moment of truth.
I mean,
Also,
you've
oh my
already
god,
said that.
I just saw the rodent's name.
I love refrigerators.
I love you, Jeroen. I love you.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
I did this one purely for you, for the memes.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell. I just love how now we have I love refrigerators and I love washers and dryers. God. That man is my spirit animal.
I like to think we all have that man inside of us, the spirit animal.
Everybody has their inner refrigerator lover in them somewhere.
Some more than
I'm
others.
going for the title Meme Messiah at the end of the season.
Meme Saya. Oh my god.
I thought you said meat messiah.
I did too.
What?
Anyways, it's gotta be set up to rocks on I love refrigerators.
Not expecting
You
default
got
for some
rocks
reason.
in my refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, sure enough, I put in chat, I love refrigerators. I guess I was around for this specific part of it. I honestly don't remember. Because,
We're
like,
really drunk.
no, it wasn't even that. It was that, like, for reference's sake, a lot of the, like, all of these matches except for the last one took place while I was out of town, and so it was just, I was watching these while dealing with other stuff, and so I was just, like, paying half attention a lot of the time. Also, in this match in particular, I was slightly intoxicated, so that definitely didn't help.
For the people who ask why I didn't use Volt Switch here, or the next turn, Scarf.
So we go to Kronk and... Ah, yes, Cusco's poison. The poison to deal with Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Cusco's poison. A llama? He's supposed to be dead. Yeah.
Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever!
Wrong lever.
Why do we even have that lever? Anyway, the roof opti goes for body press, swaps into... Good, thank you. That's what he
And
gets.
it's gone.
He keeps naming that thing Sloppy Toppy. I hate him for it.
You want to know the one thing I don't understand? Why isn't he running Intimidate?
Because sheer
You know-
force?
You don't. Why would you run Sheer Force?
You
when
just
you're
got a
gonna get
Mega.
huge power.
There's no
I don't
reason
know.
to.
Wait,
actually,
you know
I
what?
didn't
You're
even think
both
of that,
wrong.
yeah.
He could have been Hypercutter.
Oh
But
yeah,
you-
that minus attack stat on what Intimidator.
I don't know, but
It
dogs
also
are pretty
requires said
scary.
Intimidator.
Anyway, way to ops to go into Circuitry, and here comes the Mach Punch.
Patrick, no.
Patrick, no.
Okay, so there's Beast Boost number 1. Can Wade turn this around? I'm curious. So, we have to go into Nidoking, which forces the return of the roof, which then gets Ice Beam. Do we get a freeze? We do not get a freeze.
True Force.
Ah, yes. The roof's only weakness. Lamps.
Yeah, you learned that in the first steps of the House Academy.
Yeah. And sure enough,
Lamp.
Jeroen lives up to his new title. He has done it. He has surpassed the very thing that has now defined him.
my greatest achievement of all time. Not even finishing school.
But now the question is,
even
can the lamp take care of the meta? Now remember, the metagame is a very, very powerful thing. Just notice how it just doesn't care about focus sashes at all. This is just what you have to deal with in the metagame of competitive battling. You also have to deal with earthquake spam. This is just a very common thing. So obviously you have to deal with a T-Tar. Now obviously Sandstream's not going to affect the metagame, because the metagame hates sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere, especially in your Jordans. But unfortunately that doesn't stop it from getting hit by an ice beam.
No, my Jordans!
Thank God I got that to you.
I couldn't help myself.
I've said that so many times.
It's
I knew that if I
sand
didn't say it
Undertale.
there, you were going to interject with it, so it's like, well,
I was
I'm just gonna
really
have to.
about to.
I know.
I was 2 seconds from doing it.
I was like, well, I'm just going to say it
No.
now so Clay doesn't have to.
The spiciest stack of all. Dum da da dum da da dum.
Late game webs.
Sticky web trick room. The greatest of all.
I don't.
No, my fridge!
My
I
cabbages!
love my friend. Why are you stealing? We all share roofs here. And refrigerators. Wait, are you my roommate?
I hate walls. Why do I live here?
Fucking punches hole into his roommate's room. Sorry, I just really hate walls.
Oh, Scott would be an interesting person to be a roommate with.
Just imagine you just like wake up
He
one morning
would.
just to see him like go to the bathroom, start screaming, comes out holding a copy of Cheapy Roll with a Ziplash.
I wonder.
It's like you're taking a nap in the living room, having a nice peaceful day, and all of a sudden you hear the scene of Scott screaming as he pulls Chibi Robo out of the.
Just sitting there, working on your essay for college. All of a sudden, Scott, you
He
just
drops
hear
a
you
bunch
just no. All of a
No,
sudden, you just
no, you-
faintly hear from the other room. It's fucking tennis again.
I was
And-
thinking, because I just watched this video recently, like, you just sit chilling there, drinking, like, a cup of coffee at the table, and then meanwhile, you see Scott with, like, a giant box of Wii accessories, just walking down the hall.
It's like walking down the hall one day, reading a book, then you turn your head, peer into Scott's room for a minute, just see him fucking just shove everything off of his desk. He just stares at you for like 5 seconds, and you stare at him for 5 seconds. Now if you blink, you just stare at each other, and you don't exchange any words
and then he
because
asks you to play Gex, but Gex looks really weird.
yeah, and then he just refers to you by this really oddly specific name, and you just respond with, "God, I hate my parents."
So yeah,
Anyway.
Nidoking just kind of clipped Earth Power.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, on to the final match, which this is the one I actually know the entirety of because I was the only person who spectated this.
I was busy. Listen,
I was
moving
also
is the
busy.
thing.
So I'm going to preface this with Jack was robbed. Jack was absolutely robbed. I'm also going to preface this by saying Jack, up until now, has been very much a, for lack of a better term, he's been very easy to predict. But I definitely did not expect him to perform as well as he did for this match. I swear to God, a switch flipped in him, and he became Galaxy Brain for this shit.
Yeah. Can't
Like-
even.
I swear to God, I genuinely feel as though it was one of those moments where it's like, somebody goes and they grab, it's like they get, like, their older brother to go play for them. Like, that's what this felt like, watching. I definitely did not expect any of the shit he pulled.
Or it could just be a person being like, and now he will try.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the equivalent of, like, not bad, you made me use 10% of my power. And, like,
Go get him, Scoob!
Yeah, Scooby, Dooby. Alright. But I'm just gonna let this speak for itself for a little bit. So just enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy.
I can see,
He basically, Jack
Cam's
basically
playing his part,
accepted-
just trying to scout, see, get some information, figure out that Dreadnought has Crunch. Kevin decides to switch it to water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water, crunching and crunching and crunching, crunching, crunching and crunching and crunching, crunching.
did so much.
It did do a lot.
Oh
Jack
yeah,
opts to
speaking of
switch
Gastrodon. Oh.
yeah, into the Venusaur, who really just doesn't take a whole lot from that Earthquake, and then just immediately dies to Giga Drain. As he does, especially from that range. There was no way he was living. So, here's where things get interesting. He swaps into Scizor, which is the sensible thing, and Jack swaps into Zard on the same turn, predicting him to switch into Scizor. Which...
He was already in on Scizor.
No, this was on the... Oh, yeah, fair. Still,
Well,
made the right switch. Kevin proceeds to Mega Evolve and goes for the Sword Stance, standard thing. Next turn, Jack retaliates, goes to Zard Y, and goes for Flamethrower, OHKOing it, as he does. And now this is where stuff just gets ridiculous. So, Kevin goes into this, and we have to deal with Fury Cutter Zard Y.
I mean, that did half.
He switches into Drifloon. Fury Cutter again. Look at that nice 8%.
I mean, there's no,
Yeah.
it's better just to click it there.
Yep. Jack opts to switch to Arctozolt while Kevin gets his Tailwinds up. But that's not gonna stop. Take into account, he's -1 right now. It didn't matter.
Look at that. This 3L lead.
Right. He was -1, just didn't matter. Kevin opts to start Boom Bursting on that. Pulls out the Throat Spray tech, which honestly, nice tech. Jack opts to try to get some more info. Obviously, Kevin's just going to keep Boom Bursting because there's no reason not to. Jack proceeds to switch into Garchomp. He does live another Boom Burst. Garchomp just proceeds to OHKO this thing with Earthquake. Kevin opts to go into the Incineroar. Garchomp does quite a bit with the Earthquake. But then Kevin kills it with Drain Punch, gets a little bit of his health back. Just barely has a net gain after the Rough Skin Recoil. He does live a Drain Punch with Dreadnought, and Dreadnought then proceeds to, finish the job with an Earthquake. Take into account, I just want to preface, Jack is 5-0 right now. Like, this is 5-1 right now. This is easily the best that Jack has ever played this far. I was on the floor at this point. I was just like, holy shit. And we're soon going to get to the bit where Jack gets robbed. So look at this. Take into account. Kevin is below half health on this Coupon Bound right now, right? So he goes for the Drain Punch, but he steals the Choice Band. Remember this. He is locked into Drain Punch.
No.
Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
that's
Not
not how
yet,
that works.
not yet.
He gains it, but he has one turn
Right.
to change his move. Well, he
The
has
thing is, he
a
uses
free
Drain
slot.
Punch again. So now,
Yeah, but
remember this for the rest of this. This man is locked into Drain Punch now.
yeah.
So Arctozolt lives, goes for Stone Edge, which is expected. Jack swaps into Crawdon. Obviously, he loses to a Drain Punch again. He goes into Zard Y, and this is what pisses me off. So he goes for the Fury Cutter. He hits. He lives a Drain Punch. At this range, Fupa dies to another Fury Cutter. There is zero question. We've seen that Jack outspeeds. Watch what happens.
Poor Jack. One thing I don't understand though. Why did he sack Crawdon in that way that he did?
Remember, Jack doesn't do competitive at all, so maybe he thought that Hoopa would.
No, that's fair, but I was just like, there's something to point out, I guess.
Probably wanted to.
Well, because at that point you just sack Arctisol.
He probably wanted to get Zard in with as much health as possible. And he probably
Well,
just.
yeah, but Arctisol was literally right there on 1.
Yeah,
He doesn't gain anything. He
He
doesn't
probably-
gain any more.
I don't know.
He doesn't
Maybe
gain
he,
any more additional HP from Drain Punch because he's only Drain Punching a single target. That's
I don't
1 HP.
Maybe he thought Cronop might live and then.
No, I'm
try
not like trying to like berate it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that like it's something to be.
I know.
No.
Maybe he
Or
thought
no.
that Cronop would live barely and then he would try to get a little bit of chip damage with Aqua Jet or something.
I don't know.
Regardless, Kevin, I hope you realize how lucky this was.
I had my heart was beating so fast.
I was livid at this point. This should have been a 3-0 victory for Jack. This should have been a 3-0 victory for Jack. But he just had to miss the Fury Cutter. Fuck you, Kevin.
I mean, he could have easily gone for Flamethrower as well.
Yeah, but he wanted to style on you a Fury Cutter. This man specifically read Fury Cutter Zard Y. So, obviously, the rest of this is pretty straightforward. Just Jack cleans this up with Giga Drain. But I want this to be very clear. Jack was robbed from a 3-0 sweep. And as you can see in the chat, I was livid. Like, you have got to be kidding me. That was so bullshit, it made me angry. Like, I got upset just watching that miss. Like, oh
the
god.
I mean, the same could be said for when Spooks crit me in our match, killing my Flygon when I was dragon dancing.
Yeah, but you didn't have to take it out on Jack. Like, take it out on Jack. You could have made your way to playoffs and then taken care of it.
I think you are.
Oh, good lord, dude. Good lord. So, that is week 4 matches. Final thoughts? Also, I do realize I just said week 4, but we're rolling with it. Final thoughts?
People won and people lost.
I like that.
I like that too.
The standings have changed.
Don't.
Oh,
run
yeah. Let's
movesets
let's
that hinder.
let's look at the standings real quick, actually. You guys are gonna get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes thing. Let me, switch to the universal Chrome layout here. There we go. Come on. Load up Google Sheets, thank you. Alright. So this is actually the spreadsheet that we use. For just a lot of... Come on.
Technology's a thing.
Yep.
This is awkward.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with. Oh, hello, Tyrone.
Yes, perfect timing, Tyrone. You can distract the audience while the thing loads.
Do you want to say anything to the chat, Tyrone? Hmm?
Also, I have a new name for the week 4 battle.
It's like a kitty cat.
Do you want to say anything to the chat? Hmm?
Tyrone's like, oh, look at all those cables.
Yeah, Tyrone has recently decided that he is exclusively my lab cat. He has decided he exclusively likes my lab and nobody else's. He refuses to go on anybody else's lab except for mine.
I think it's just because he wants to eat your cables.
You might be onto something. He frequently hangs out behind the computer monitor.
So he's just waiting for his one chance.
He's really slowly trying to work on that HDMI cable.
And meanwhile, as we have just been watching the past
Like
yeah,
Google sheet.
yeah. Okay, so this is actually the little spreadsheet. Now we have
how rude.
If it's not loading, Harley, I have the perfect idea.
we have loaded going up. So just real quick, as you can see by our team standings,
Cookie clicker? Dang it.
you can see. Let me zoom in a little bit here. There we go. So as you can see by our standings, in first place is Tyler with 2 wins, 0 losses, and a KD ratio of 10. Closely behind him in second place is Sandy, also with 2 wins, 0 losses, but with a kill ratio differential of 7. In third place is Jeroen with 2 wins, 1 loss, and a 5 KD. In fifth place is me with 1 win, 1 loss, and a -2 differential. Following that is Clay with 1 win, 2 losses, and a -2 differential. Who is followed by Unstable with one win, 2 losses, and a -4 differential. Who is then followed by Jet with 1 win, 2 losses, and a -9 differential. Who is then followed by Kevin with 0
Wow, you have to
wins,
say it like that.
Wow.
3 losses, and a -9 kill differential.
I mean, it still wasn't as bad as Jack's -11 that he had before.
Also, we can go to our MVP section.
Santa Claus is coming in third.
So as you can see, this is just where we keep track of the best performing moms overall. So as you can see, in first place we have the Big Scrim with 10 total kills and only 1 death. Following that is Durpuff, the Slurp Puff, with 6 kills. Santa Claus, the Weavile, with 6 kills. However, he has died 3 times.
Listen, Santa Claus kind of tripped on this chimney.
Each of those deaths was the day that Christmas Eve had come and gone.
It was like they left a piece of charcoal on the well. Like, who does that?
It's really messed up. Who left an ice cube on the chimney? Don't they realize that that'll make a puddle really quickly? Anyway, on to be that is also 50-50. Spooks the Zoroark with 4 kills, 2 deaths.
Might be asking where the Zoroark is in that picture. The answer is Yeez.
I don't know why that's his picture, to be honest.
It was because his first thing it did was kill Scizor.
Yeah, okay. I also realized we glossed over Lamp. 5 kills, 2 deaths. In 6th place is Male, plays Miyu, with 4 kills, 2 deaths.
Mal.
Mao.
That's Mal.
I'm calling it Male.
No.
So just skipping Zoroark.
You already said Zoroark. That's the reason why he came back.
In 7th place, Anna, Sandy's Decidueye, with 3 kills and 0 deaths. Followed by House Mouse, which, by the way, this gif is moi. God, I
Perfect.
love it. Why is the Miyu base smoking out? Why?
Mew's just laughing because he got Mewtwo in trouble. He got Mewtwo in trouble with the big mouse.
This is how my mouse just came up to the night in my story.
Side note, this was literally ripped from a scene in South Park. In case it wasn't entirely clear, given the art style. Followed by that is Rule 63 Slitch, aka Angel. With
You're welcome.
3 kills, 1 death. And finally, Cargo's plane. I don't know why the gift decided to move. it was the plane taking off. Yeah, Cargo's plane. The Latios with
You're moving
also
cells, guys!
3 kills, 1 death. The honorary mentions Sandy Cinderace, Sandy's Mega Absol, Wade's Lando T and Kingdra, and Kevin's Hoopa Unbound.
Does anyone have a... Kevin has... Huh. So no one has like more than 2 mons in the top 10, no?
I have 3.
Yeah. Jeroen has 3.
Where's the third?
He has Chandelure, Nidoking, and
Oh no,
Latios.
Latios. Yeah, sorry, no, I forgot that was Latios. I just was so entranced by the freaking thing going, wee!
Meow. Anyway, that will conclude Week 3 recap. Tomorrow will be my 23rd birthday. And of course, I'm going to go live. So, get ready to tune in for that. That's going to be a fun time. I'm going to be playing through quite a few games that I've never touched before. I'm also going to go through with the 3v1 Mario Galaxy idea. More on that tomorrow. And I might round it out with me playing through a certain game that I have ranted about many times just by never playing.
Very passionate about. For no absolutely reason.
Oh, and please tune in tomorrow because I'm going to be ending that stream with a very special announcement. And it's not about me. See you guys then.